So now we are going to see question number 6b. So NTech Limited, an electronic gadget manufacturer, has prepared sales budget for the next few months. So in this respect, following figures are available. So they have given data for Jan to May electronic gadget sales. How many gadgets they are selling, like that they have given. Apart from other materials, 2 units of batteries are required to manufacture gadget. So we need 2 units of batteries for producing one gadget. So the company wants to produce stock of batteries at the end of each month to cover 30% of next month's production and to hold stock of manufactured gadgets to cover 25% of the next month's sale. So they need batteries as 30% for as closing stock. So here so many will get confused. So in case of batteries, we need 30% as closing stock, that is next month's production. And in case of gadgets, we need a closing stock as 25% of next month's sales. So both are different. So 3,250 units of batteries and 1,200 units of manufactured gadgets were in stock on 1st January. That means this is opening stock. So this is opening stock. So prepare the production budget in units for the month of January, February, March and April. So prepare the purchase budget for batteries in units. So first they have asked production budget for Jan, Feb, March and April they have asked, and then they asked you to prepare purchase budget for batteries in units for the month of Jan, Feb and March. So we need to prepare production budget as well as purchase budget. So first we will prepare production budget. So production is purely based on your batteries, that is gadgets, right? So production budget in units. This is required for Jan, Feb, March and April. So demand, it is estimated demand 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 7,500. So here we need closing stock as 25%, right? So add closing stock, that is 25% of next month, that is 6,000 into 0.25. So 1,500, same way 7,000 into 25%, 7,500 into 25%. For May they have given 8,000. So here 8,000 into 25%. So then we can reduce the opening stock. So opening stock in person they have mentioned as 1,200 units as opening stock of manufactured gadgets. So plus 1,200. So Jan's closing stock will be Feb's opening stock. So minus 1,500, minus 1,750 and minus 1,875. So total production will be 5,300 gadgets for Jan. So now we have completed production budget. So we have to work out for purchase. So now what we are going to purchase? See, purchase for batteries. So now we need to prepare budget for batteries. So purchase budget for batteries. This is required only for Jan, Feb and March. So it depends upon the units produced only we have to purchase, right? So production is based on 5,300 and 6,250. So here one important thing is we need to know 30% of next month the production is required. So for 1 unit of gadget we require 2 units of batteries. That one we need to know and keep it in our mind. So here my closing stock will be 30% on next month production. That is 6,250 into 0.3. So 1,875. Here 7,125 into 0.3. That is 2,137.5. And here we can consider April's month. That is 7,625 into 0.3. So it will come around 2,287. So totally we required is 7,175, 8,387 and 9,412. So number of batteries required for production, that is 7,175 into 2, that is 14,350, 8,287 into 2, and here it is 18,825. So now only we need to reduce opening stock, because opening stock they have given in batteries only. So we need to convert this as batteries, then only we can reduce opening stock. So that is the trick we have in this question. So 1,200 as we have opening stock. So 3,250 we have opening stock, right? Less 3,250. For next month we will be having the closing stock as 1,875 into 2. So and here it is 2,137. So number of units to be purchased is 11,100, 13,025 and 14,000. Just a second. So here is so 23,000. Just a second. This is 2,135 into 2. So 4,225. So I will be required to purchase 14,550. So we can prepare purchase budget in another way as well. So if this method is confusing, you can follow another method like so this is an alternate method. So gadgets produces 5,300, 6,250 and 7,125. So I will convert here itself number of batteries required. So 5,300 into 2 I required, right? So 10,600, 6,250 into 2, 12,500 and 7,125 into 2, 14,250. So in this I can straight away calculate my closing stock. So add closing stock, that is 30%. So 12,500 into 30%. So here I am mentioning a note for April as well. So April it is 7625. So number of batteries required is 15 to 50. So in that closing stock is 4575. Now I'm reducing my opening stock. So less opening stock. So less opening stock. So opening stock in question itself they have given for January, that is 3250 batteries. So 3250 less 3750. So Jan's closing stock will be Feb month opening stock. So same way for March 4275. So now you can straight away calculate 11,1100, 1325 and 14,550. This is number of units to be purchased. So either way you can calculate, whichever is easy you can follow that method. So now let's move on to next question. So question number 7A. So summarized balance sheet of Sova Limited as on 31st March 2024 reserves under. So equity share capital 25, reserves and surplus 15. So everything in lakhs. 12% bond we have, accumulated depreciation, fixed assets, other liabilities we have. So Sova Limited is engaged in manufacturing electrical transformers. The sales and cost details for the year 2024 results under. So selling price per unit 5,000, PV ratio 28%, margin of safety 60%, fixed cost is 25 lakhs, tax rate 30%, risk-free rate of return 8%, market rate of return 70%, beta 1.1. So debt equity ratio 1:4. So calculate the economic value added. They have asked for calculating economic value added. So we need to calculate what is our weighted average cost of capital first. So for that we require cost of our equity, cost of debt, everything we require. So first let's calculate cost of equity. So cost of equity. So here they have given a beta everything, right? Risk-free rate of return they have given. So we need to calculate based on risk-free rate of return, that is RF plus beta into RM minus RF. So this is the formula I am going to use. So here RF they have given. So risk-free rate of return, this is our RF. So this is our RF, this is our RM, and beta is 1.1. So based on this we are going to calculate. So 8%, so 0.08 I'm mentioning, beta is 1.1 into RMS 17, so 0.17 minus 0.08. So if I am solving this, I will be getting 17.9 percentage. This is my cost of equity. So 17.9 percentage is my cost of equity. Now I will be calculating cost of bond. So we are having bonds here. So um, for bond we have interest rate as 12 percentage. So always remember we need to consider after tax only. So here tax benefit is we have 30 percentage. So what is the formula here? So interest rate of interest So interest into 1 minus tax rate. That is, here interest is 12 percentage they have given into 1 minus tax rate is 30 percentage, that is 0.3. So 12 into 0.7, so we will be getting 8.4 percentage as cost of bond, that is cost of your debt. Okay, now I need to calculate weighted average cost of capital. So that only required. So here weighted average. So we need to multiply cost of equity by weight and cost of bond with the that weight, right? So now let's calculate weighted average cost of capital. So for that we have information regarding 1:4. So debt equity ratio is 1:4. They have mentioned. So debt equity is 1:4. That means that for one part of debt, we have equity as four parts. So that means my total capital will be five parts. So hope this is clear. So the same kind of problem we have got in last term as well. So for one part of that we have four part of equity. So my total capital will be 1 plus 4, that is 5. So now weighted average cost of capital. So cost of equity, that is 17.9 percentage multiplied by weightage. That is how much is my weightage? 4 by 5 is my weightage, right? So 17.9 into 4 by 5, cost of bond, that is 8.4. This will be 1/5. So 8.4 into 1 by 5. So together we have weighted average cost as 16 percentage. So here we are multiplying by a weight. So my WACC is 16 percentage. Okay, fine. So we have WACC. So what is the formula for EVA? So formula for EVA is our no pat, and we need to reduce with the cost of capital employed, right? So we need to calculate cost of capital employed. So cost of capital employed formula is, how we can calculate? So my total capital, that is 25 plus 50, 40 plus 10. So 50 is my total capital will be. So total capital employed is 50. So this way you can calculate, or assets minus liabilities you can calculate. So my asset is 100. So minus my liabilities, that is 45, minus accumulated depreciation 50. So either way you can calculate. So capital employed is 50 lakhs. So capital employed is equal to my total assets minus accumulated depreciation and other liabilities. So my total assets is 100 minus 45 minus 5, that is 50 is my total capital employed. So cost of capital employed is equal to 50 lakhs we have into 16 percentage. So 50 into 16 percentage, we will be getting 8 lakhs. So my cost of capital is 8 lakhs. So now we need to calculate profit after tax, everything, that is um, net operating profit after tax before interest we will be calculating, right? So that one we need to calculate. So for that we require what is our profit. So let us calculate profit. So here the tricky part comes because we don't have profit straight away. They have not given. So here we have a PV ratio, that is 20%. So if I am applying this PV ratio, that is uh, PV ratio is nothing but my contribution percentage, right? So if I am applying this along with sales into PV, I will be getting contribution. So I will be getting contribution as, after this I can reduce my fixed cost, so I will be getting profit. This is profit before interest and taxes. So you have to remember here, because we are not considering any interest and tax and fixed cost. So many people will get confused here. So this is profit before interest and taxes, that is PBIT. So in simple we can say as PBIT. So PBIT. So here after this we can reduce interest, then we will be getting profit before taxes. So then we can reduce tax, so then we will be getting profit after taxes. So this is a format we have. So now let's calculate what is our contribution. So here we have 5,000 as selling price. How many units we are producing? So here we don't have any information mentioned straight away, right? So we can calculate first contribution per unit. So let's calculate contribution per unit. So contribution per unit, that is selling price into PV ratio. Selling price is 5,000. My PV ratio is, they have given 20%. So my contribution will be 1,000 rupees is my contribution. So now what will be my variable cost? It is 4,000 will be my variable cost. So if I want to use show variable cost, that is 5,000 minus 1,000, 4,000. So you can show this way as well. Okay, let's try to calculate units to some point, because we require sales, right? That is number of units, because without that we cannot calculate that. So let's try to calculate any other information we have. So we have margin of safety. So for margin of safety we required actual sales minus break even sales. So we need break even sales. So let's try to calculate break even sales. So I can't calculate break even sales in rupees. I can calculate in rupees as well, because rupees, or even I can calculate in units, whatever the way I can calculate. So if I'm calculating break even point, that is break even sales, fixed cost divided by PV ratio will be my formula. So we have fixed cost of 25 lakhs and PV ratio has 20 percentage. So we can calculate in that way, or even units we can calculate, because contribution per unit also available. So either way we can calculate. So let's calculate break even sales, that is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. So fixed cost is 25 lakhs, right? Divided by my PV ratio is 0.2. So this much 1 crore 25 lakhs will be my break even sales. Okay, fine. So we have break even sales, right? So now how to calculate sales? That is the question we are getting again. So here they have given margin of safety. So I'm using that formula. So margin of safety is, they have mentioned 60 percentage. That is usually this percentage will be calculated on sales. So if margin of safety is 60%, it is sales only they will be mentioning. So base will be sales. So that is here they have mentioned margin of safety ratio 60%. How we will be calculating percentage? Margin of safety divided by sales only into 100 only we will be putting as percentage. So base is sales. So here sales will be 100 percentage. So my formula for margin of safety is equal to sales minus break even sales, right? So if I am bringing this here, so break even sales is equal to sales minus margin of safety. That is here margin of safety is 60 percentage. So my break even sales will be 40 percentage. I hope this point is clear. So this 1 crore 25 lakhs is for 40 percentage. So 40 percentage is break even sales, right? So this is equal to 1 crore 25 lakhs. So then what would be my 100 percentage? That is my sales. So just a cross multiplication. So 1 crore 25 lakhs divided by 100. So divided by 40 into 100. So I will be getting around 31 lakh 25,000 as my sales. So hope this is clear for everyone. So this is sales. So if I required a number of units, I can easily find out. So that is 31 lakh 20. So 3 crore 12 lakh 50,000 divided by 5,000. So this will bring my number of units also. So in this stage also you can calculate this. We can calculate divided by 5,000. Here also we can calculate. That means 2,500 units. So either way you can calculate. So it's up to you. So now, so sales we have 3 crores 12 lakh 50,000. So now I want to reduce variable cost, right? So variable cost I have already calculated 4,000 per unit. So 4,000 into number of units is 6,250. So my contribution will be sales minus variable cost. That is 62 lakh 50,000 will be my contribution. Here less fixed cost, that is 37 lakh 50,000. So my profit will be 25 lakhs. This is what PBIT. Okay, now I can reduce interest from here. So interest, how much is my interest? So 10 lakhs. For 10 lakhs, we are going to pay 12 percentage. So 10 lakhs into 12 percentage. So my profit before taxes is 23 lakhs 80,000. So just a minute, fixed cost is 25 lakhs. So I have wrongly put it. So my PBIT will be 37 lakh 50,000. My interest is 1 lakh 20,000. So profit before tax will be 36 lakh 30,000. So here I want to reduce tax. So tax is 30 percentage. So my profit after taxes 25 lakh 41,000. So I for calculating EVA. So profit after tax. So here I will be adding back interest net of taxes. Remember to add net of taxes. That is 1,20,000 net of taxes. Here we will be having the tax benefit of 30,000. So I will be having net impact as 84,000. So that one only I am going to add here. So here less cost of capital employed. This one we already calculated. That is 8 lakhs. So 18,25,000 will be my EVA. So hope this is clear. So let's move on to next one. So this problem is based on learning curve. So CMA Limited, a manufacturing company, has 10 direct workers who work for 25 months a month of 8 hours per day. So the estimated downtime is 35% of total available time. The company make gift items. The company has received an order for 30 units from a customer. The first unit of gift item requires 40 direct hours to manufacture. The company expects 90%. It is index is minus 0.152 learning curve for this type of work. So here they have given direct material 60 rupees, labor 6 rupees per direct labor hour. So variable overheads 2 rupees per direct labor hour, fixed overhead 7,500. So we need to calculate total cost per unit of gift item for the first order of 30 units. We need to calculate, and then if we are getting a repeat order for from the same customer for 40 units of gift items, ascertain the price per unit to be quoted. We need to calculate what is the price to be quoted with a profit margin of 20%. So we have given these values as well. So let's calculate this. So here we can calculate time, that is y based on so we require to calculate for 40 direct labor hours we have. So 40 so into 30 minus index value is 0.152. So based on this we need to calculate. So for 30 to the power of minus 0.152 we have 0.596. So 40 into 0.596. So we will be having so 40 into 0.596. We will be getting 23.84. So then I need to calculate the required time, right? So total time will be here 23.84 into how many units we are making? 30 units. So into 30. So this comes to 715.2. Labor hours.
So we need to calculate cost per unit. They have asked to calculate cost per unit of producing this 30 units. So we have direct material per unit as 60 into how many units we are producing? 30 units. So cost is 1800. Here 6 per direct labor hour. So how many labor hours we are incurring? So I am taking a 715. So that 715 into 6, that means 4260. Here 2 into 715, that means 1430. So and fixed overheads is 7500. So here we need to calculate again. So fixed overhead is 7500 per month altogether for all the units. But here we need to calculate what is the fixed overhead for particular 30 units, right? So we need to calculate again here. So let us assume they have given 25 days and 8 hours per day they have given. So 10 direct workers they have given. So here and there is a downtime of 75%. So how many hours totally they are working? 25 days into 8 hours per day, and we have totally 10 workers. So total hours number of hours working is 2000. In this we have a downtime of 25%. So 75% will be altogether effective hours. So total is 1500. That is 25 into 8 into 10 into 0.75. That is I am reducing this 0.25 here. So I will be getting 1500 hours, right? This is all together for a month. So this 7500 is for 1500 hours. So what will be for 715 hours? So I need to calculate this. So 7500 divided by 1500 into 715. So 3575 will be my fixed overhead. So hope this is clear. So 7500 into 715 divided by 1500, that is 3575. So total cost will be 3575 plus 1430 plus 4260 plus 1800. So 11,065. So that is my total cost here. Sorry, here it is 90. Just a second. That is a mistake. So here it is 90. So here I will be having 95. So this is total cost. So now they have asked what is the time taken for additional units. So what will be my selling price? So we need to calculate again. So now I need to calculate again, right? So we have 40 direct labor hours for first unit. So let's calculate 40 into how many units altogether we are producing? 70 units. That is already we are having 30 units. Now additional units as 40. So 70 units together as 70 units to the power of my index value, that is minus 0.152. So we will be getting 40 into 70 to the power of minus 152 will be 0.524. So 40 into 0.524 will be 20.96 hours. So total time for 70 units. That is 20.96 into 70. So I will be getting 1467. So 1467 direct labor hours. So here already time taken for producing 40 units. Time taken for producing 30 units is 715, right? So then time required for 40 units, this additional units will be 1467 minus 715. Minus 715. So I will be getting 752 labor hours. So now I want to calculate the cost for the 752 only. So here direct material for this 40 units. This is for 30 units I have calculated. Now I am calculating for 40 units. That is 60 into 40, 2400. Here 6 into how much time we require? 752. So 6 into 752. So 6 into 752. That is 4512. Again here variable overheads 2 into 752. 1504. So here same way I want to calculate. This is 7500 into 752 by 1500. So I will be getting 7500 into 752 divided by 1500. So 3760. So total cost will be 12,176. So they have said the 20% on selling price. So this is my cost. So selling price will be my 100%. So base is 100. So profit will be 20. So what will be my cost? It is 80%. So if I am calculating selling price, that is 12176 into 100 by 80. So this will be my selling price. So I will be getting into 100 by 80. So 15,220. This is total sales, right? So divided by 40. So 380 rupees so I can fix. So sales 15,220. So in question they are asked the selling price. So selling price is equal to 15,220 divided by number of units 40. So I will be getting 380.5. So you can make it as 380. So hope this one is a very simple question, but we need to calculate fixed overheads. That's where the trick, entire trick is there. So hope you're clearly able to understand.